you guys?
I'm trying to wake up, yeah.
You still asleep?
This is the first time I've worked out this early in over 10 years. So, thank you for bringing me out of retirement.
Sorry about that. You're on vacation. I pull you over here early. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but we're all good, man. We're doing it.
Well, it's good hanging out with you guys. The whole team here. Causing trouble. We're gonna hit some shoulders. We hit some behind the neck press, some shruggies. Now we're gonna hit some side laterals. I'm gonna do a little cheat side laterals. You all warmed up?
I'm good to go.
How long did you warm up for?
About 10 minutes. Yeah. But then I go into it, and then I'll do a little bit more extra little warm-up sets as well, like build up into it. Like you're saying, wake up the nervous system. So that's what I do.
Let's keep going. Oh, that was nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, critique me, please.
No.
I would love it.
I like
side
it.
laterals, man, that's mainly all I do for shoulders. Other than like reverse flies. I don't do too much like overhead, just because I play baseball and my shoulder feels a little bit weird with it sometimes.
Right.
So, but I just stick to side laterals. So it's always just created that outer head, and and just shapes that shoulder well for me.
I like that. You found what works for you.
Yeah.
I think people think that you have to do everything. And again, you kind of found what works for you. And it's a visual thing for right now.
Right.
So, I like that. As for us, I like doing it all. But I like his form. It's prettiness. You can see why he's doing what he's doing.
How many sets do you normally do on each deltoid head? Does it vary?
I'll do a lot for the pressing movement and that range of motion. So it's more range of motion for this stage of my game. And then, so I'll do presses and we'll sit there for like 7 sets. And then after we fill that out, then I'll just tap everything. Yeah. At that point, it feels maybe 2 sets, 3 sets to the most on side laterals, front raises, rear delts. Yeah. A little tap and go. Get in, get out.
And how quick are your rest periods?
As long as I want.
Yeah?
Yes.
Whatever you feel?
The set before will never hurt my current set.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And again, I'm still trying to get as much range of motion, as heavy as weight as possible, so I can keep that healthy shoulder.
Yeah.
So, what about you? You speed?
I'll mix it up. Mainly like you. I'll take it as long as I want, but I'll mix it up with like some days, or this week I'll do a little bit quicker, and then I'll mix it up the next week, do a little bit longer sets, heavier weight. That's what I've done. So
smart.
Yeah.
You're in it. You got this. Let's get another set for you.
One thing though,
what?
I've learned from your videos. Ever since I got into working out, like really working out, like 2015. And I started with your videos, Rich Piana videos, Cali Muscle videos even. So, I mean, it's crazy to be here with Mike, getting a workout here in Gold's Gym, because I learned from this guy. So, and a lot of people like try to learn from like the younger people, but I always go to like the guys that have been doing this for a long time. So, if you guys are in it and you're trying to, learn how to work out, I would always go for listening to the guys that have been in it for years. So he said he's 100 years old. Doesn't look like it, but I'd rather take his advice than anybody else. So
that's a sports mentality, huh?
Yeah.
You played, so you kind of watch the guys that were there, watch the tips on the
absolutely. Yeah, because I grew up watching Nolan Ryan. So, and that's how I learned how to pitch. So learning from the older guys, I've always grew up doing that.
That's the same approach I had. I love that. Yeah. Get a set.
That's it.
Watch this form, guys. Kelly slip out?
He's on cables. He's on cables like a little bitch.
I like that.
He's tapped out.
He ain't tapping out. Kelly's happy. Paul's gonna tap out.
Oh yeah.
Most were like, oh, just be in shape. It's good. We're good. Yeah.
Above and beyond. So you don't look back and be like, I could have done better. You know, I could have looked better in your movie.
Please push it as hard as possible. For me, I still got that dog in me that I like it, and it's fun for me to do it that way. Yeah. So I told him about the idea about your character and Escanor fighting.
Yes, we gotta do it.
Yeah.
If we can get those guys that filmed your Escanor shoot,
That's what
they did awesome. I watched that the other day. I was like, this is well done.
They're good guys.
Y'all got millions of views doing that. So people love that. More anime stuff needs to be made.
I agree.
And especially for people that, you know, act and also are built up. I mean, we're made for characters like that. And they're fun to play. I'm sure you had an awesome time doing that. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think it's like what you said. It's like you get millions of views, and it's the guys that really love the stuff that are doing it instead of them picking a director that doesn't know anything about it.
Right.
So, give me one more set.
Heaviest I've gone on shoulders. Got to do it in front of the Titan though. Felt good. Felt good all the way. That was 12 reps, so felt good. Still had solid form. So yeah. Guys, give me powers back here. I feel it. Oh, okay, these are new to me. I haven't done them this way.
See if that works.
Yeah, see if
the shoulder works that way. Turn the hand. A little lighter. No, feet down flat. You're just gonna test it. Feet down the ground. Okay. Good.
Get back a little bit.
Yeah. There you go. Now drop your chest. There.
All the way to the chin.
Just feel the shoulder. You're just trying to open up the clavicle, open up the shoulder. Beautiful.
Like it, man. Yeah, we can go heavier.
No impingement, right?
No.
I know it looks awkward, but it's actually opening everything up. It's
when
great.
you said lower your chest, yeah, that made more sense because now more of that tension was on the shoulder, and I didn't want to go too far back, right? Just to where you feel it, that contraction in the.
Just enough for a squeeze is all you really need.
Yeah.
Mostly for how you're training to create this illusion, right? And keep them healthy. So you want that roundness. So it's the contraction itself is your golden for that.
Right.
And keep enough range of motion is whatever scar tissue from sports doesn't build up.
Right.
That's the one big thing. You're still such a pup that just keep that shoulder open and open and open. Nice.
No, my cat is actually
question about nutrition now. Are you, do you have an off season?
Off season?
Because you're very new still to lifting and stuff.
I do, but not like a huge off season. I've never done like a huge bulk, you know? I don't want to get too fat to where it's going to be just so hard to cut back down when I need to cut back down. So I kind of maintain like a good,
So are you,
the same
you're in a
level.
surplus?
I'm just maintaining. I wouldn't say I'm in a surplus. I'm just, right now, I'm a little bit of a deficit. But surplus for me, it's not too crazy. It never has been. But I would love to do it and see what happens, but I just don't want to get too fat, you know? And sometimes my body is held a little bit more fat than usual when I do that, but it's just balancing it out and figuring it out. But I usually try to stay around the same kind of look.
So you're ready to shoot?
Yeah, so like I could get ready in the next week or two. Bam, you know? So, but you recommend like surpluses like once a year or
you're like
twice?
you're in it and you're filming so much, so you don't get that luxury.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you do that when you're needing to be this certain look majority of the year?
For me, I'm scheduling it as best I can. So sometimes, like I said, we had the 3 movies, so I didn't have the luxury to go off season.
Yeah.
But I knew as soon as those were over, I had to let the body. I consider it. We talk about a surplus, but I say healing the body. Because if I always stay in that condition, if I'm always there, I'm only going to decline. You can't maintain. You get older as time goes, and so I have to feed the body again. Get the metabolism working again to utilize carbohydrates, proteins, and fats for me. And I'll take a good 3 to 6 months off to do that and then slice back up again.
Yeah.
But for me, that's kept me in the game for 40 years.
Okay.
And that was the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal was, and we had luxury because we didn't have social media and everybody could go off season.
Right.
And now you guys are under the pressure to always be on point.
Right.
And so it's like a double-edged sword. How do you do it? Do you stay in point all the time, but then you risk not healing the body and trying to maintain at such a young age?
Right.
When you have so much more life to go. So, so it's just a little different, but I'm at a different stage in life where I come before social media, so I got that luxury and understood that's how I can keep my body healthy.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't want to do is destroy the body and stay in peak condition. I can't do that.
It's too hard to maintain. Too hard on the body. Too dried out all the time. So that's why I'll get down to that look, but not for a long period of time. Maybe for a week or two, and then I go back to eating a little bit more. But I wouldn't call it like too big of a surplus. It's just kind of like you said, like a kind of re-healing or refeeding the body. And then I just kind of maintain that same look to where it's like, it's not too out of shape, but you know, I could get down.
You can drop it down in a week or two.
Yeah.
Smart. So I wish more of you kids would do that. I wish you would, instead of trying to stay in that real peak, grainy kind of look.
It's not realistic to just keep that year round. So.
Ooh, he's got it.
No. We'll do it. You do it.
Everything's it. Rear delts flexing. Beautiful. And that's why you play a superhero, because he looks like one.
Them superhero delts right there, that's what you want, the superhero shoulders. You want to look like an anime character. This is one of the things you need to be doing. Just flawless. Easy. Eyes closed, he's feeling it. He's into that muscle. That's what I do too. Think about it. So, you gotta feel that contraction.
Right?
For me, it's all about the contraction. I know it is for you too. And when, like people like you have mentioned that, the contraction, at first it didn't really make sense. So I'm trying to, a lot of people try to lift it heavy or just get into that 10th or 12th or 15th rep without even thinking about it. But I can feel pretty good at maybe 8 reps if I'm contracting hard enough. And contracting to where you want to actually make this weight feel heavier than what it is. So if I'm doing bicep curls or anything else, I'm actually trying to squeeze it like it's even heavier than what the actual weight is that I'm lifting. So that's one thing that helps me out with, you know, getting a better contraction, breaking down that muscle fiber even more.
He's got it. I don't need to add to that because you can see it too. You do rep 1 the same as you do rep 12.
Yeah.
And most people, like you said, don't do that. They're trying to go from, okay, how can I get from 1 to 12 as fast as I can so I can get 12? And it's like, it's irrelevant. The 12 is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's about 1 rep at a time until you build up your numbers that you can get to.
Yeah. Got that shoulder workout with Mike Ohearn here. Man, it was an honor, pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're here all week. This ain't the only workout we're doing.
Absolutely, man.
We gotta bring Mona in here.
I'm down whenever. Yeah, I get the girls working out, so.